Listeners who didn't wish to hear about such things should turn off their radios.
Welcome back to Predict-O-Rama 2026, my annual attempt to predict the future of AI, big tech, and all things innovation. When I get things right, it's fun. When I get them wrong, it's even better. This year, I prepared 6 predictions, and so with no further ado, let's jump into our 6th and final prediction. AI assistants become the new operating system. To state the obvious, this is not a new idea. We've been dreaming about AI assistants for forever. From sci-fi movies with talking computers that for some reason all have British accents, to real-world flings with Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant, at this point, the idea of an AI assistant, it's almost boring. Almost. So if this isn't a new idea, then why is this my prediction? Victor Hugo famously said that there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. And I think that time is finally upon us. There are 4 forces that are maturing and converging this year to make this imagined future a reality. First, model sophistication. These systems now have contextual continuity, memory, tool use, and reasoning. They can actually follow along over time, instead of forgetting who you are every 12 seconds. It's seriously remarkable how well ChatGPT does this. Conversations now carry context forward, and that context it builds over time, which brings us to our second force, personalization. Not just remembering what you clicked on once 7 months ago, but understanding patterns, preferences, behaviors over time. I have conversational threads on Anthropic's Claude that have been running for well over a year. And it's incredible how a shared understanding has started to really mature there. And I've been blown away by how good Amazon's Rufus is for shopping. It goes far beyond traditional recommendation engines, and instead it offers thoughtful suggestions, addresses purchase considerations, and enables buying directly right there in chat. Personalization is not some pipe dream anymore. We're seeing it every day. Third, execution. Companies are wiring real actions into these systems. Payments, booking, scheduling, coordination. This is no longer just a chatbot, but it's becoming an actual agent. For example, look at how ChatGPT surfaces Etsy's products. A simple conversation turns into real recommendations pulled from the knitted bowels of Etsy. You can ask questions, go deeper, move towards purchase, all of this without ever leaving chat. It's not fully agent to agent yet, but it's close. You're discovering products without ever browsing Etsy's site. That's directionally powerful and telling. And our fourth converging force is hardware. As powerful as all that software is, I think it's going to be the right hardware, a purpose-built device that's going to finally unlock all this potential and bring about a meaningful AI assistant. OpenAI is partnering with Jony Ive, the former head of design at Apple, who was responsible for essentially everything Apple made for decades, including the iPhone. They've publicly said that their goal is to create a new generation of hardware, a new device, that addresses some of the negative societal byproducts of the mobile revolution, which is ambitious and amazing. Now, who knows what the actual device will be? Glasses, earbuds, a glowing bodysuit. Who knows? But we can almost be certain that whatever it is, it'll be a true marriage of software, hardware, and personalization, this convergence coming to life. What Siri promised to be for Apple, this will actually become. Not an assistant bolted onto a phone, but rather an assistant that's designed around you. Always present, always contextual, always learning. Is not something you open, but rather something that's just there. And when and if that happens, we'll likely enter a new era of computing altogether. We've had mainframes, then desktops, and then of course mobile. But next, I believe, is going to become these AI agents. Your primary interface to the digital world will become an AI assistant that understands intent and executes across everything. Work, shopping, health, travel, romance, everything. Apps and sites will fade to the background as agents rise. It's impossible to fully predict all the implications of the shift if it happens, but a few things feel pretty likely. Websites will likely move from pages to agents that interface with your agent. So instead of browsing sites, it'll be agents talking to agents. Apps will probably still exist, but they'll likely recede into the background, governed by one primary system. And instead of searching for products, comparing tabs, and clicking through funnels, you'll just prompt your assistant. Get me the best flight, order the thing I like, handle this for me. Your agent figures out how to fulfill the request and acts on your behalf. This shift is going to change everything. The last tech era, mobile, was about putting computers into your pocket. But this new one will be about putting intelligence and assistance into your life. Which brings us back to the prediction that AI assistants will become the new operating system. And again, none of this is a new idea. I'm not claiming that it is. We've imagined it for decades. But for the first time, the parts on the ground finally feel sophisticated and mature enough. Models, personalization, execution, and of course, game-changing hardware. All of these things converging is why this year feels like the idea might finally be ripe. We'll see. Woo! If you like this video, be sure to subscribe for more thoughts and predictions on AI, big tech, and all things innovation. At this point, this channel is basically open source, so might as well take it before China does.
Yeah.